Chapter 1. The Boy Among Wolves. In a dense forest, there was once a small village where Kai was born. Unfortunately, his parents passed away when he was very young, and he was left all alone. One day, when Kai was just a baby, he was found by a mother wolf named Luna. Luna had lost her own cubs, and when she saw Kai, she felt a connection to him and decided to take him in as her own. Luna brought Kai to her pack, and they accepted him as a member of their family. The wolves cared for Kai, feeding him and keeping him warm. They taught him how to survive in the forest, just like they did, and Kai grew up believing he was a wolf himself. As Kai grew older, he learned to run with the pack, hunting alongside them and sleeping under the stars. He became close friends with Luna's cubs, playing with them and learning from them. Despite being a human among wolves, Kai felt like he belonged, and the wolves loved him as one of their own. Chapter 2. Learning from the Wolves. As Kai grew older, the wolves became his teachers, guiding him in the ways of the forest. Luna, the mother wolf who had found him, took a special interest in Kai's upbringing, teaching him the skills he needed to survive. Kai learned how to move silently through the forest, blending in with his surroundings like a ghost. He learned how to track animals, following their scent and footprints to find food. The wolves taught him how to hunt, showing him the best techniques for catching prey and the importance of working together as a pack. One of the most valuable lessons Kai learned from the wolves was patience. He discovered that hunting required waiting for the right moment to strike, a skill that would serve him well in the future. But it wasn't just practical skills that Kai learned from the wolves. He also learned about loyalty and family. The wolves cared for each other, sharing their food and looking out for one another. Kai became part of their family, and he felt a deep sense of belonging among them. As the years passed, Kai grew into a skilled hunter and tracker, thanks to the teachings of the wolves. He had become one with the forest, a true child of the wild. Chapter 3. Kai's Curiosity. As Kai grew older, he became more curious about the world beyond the forest. He had heard stories from the other animals about humans and their villages, and he wondered what life was like outside the trees. One day, while exploring near the edge of the forest, Kai saw a group of travelers passing by. They were talking and laughing, and Kai watched them with fascination. He had never seen humans up close before, and he was intrigued by their strange clothes and the way they moved. Kai followed the travelers at a distance, staying hidden among the trees. He listened to their conversations and watched as they set up camp for the night. He saw them cooking food over a fire and telling stories under the stars. As Kai watched, he felt a longing in his heart. He wondered what it would be like to live among humans, to have a home and a family of his own. But he also felt a deep loyalty to the wolves who had raised him, and he knew he could never truly leave the forest behind. Chapter 4. Staying Connected. Despite his curiosity about the outside world, Kai's bond with the forest and its animals remained strong. He continued to live among the wolves, cherishing the simple life they shared. Kai spent his days exploring the forest, climbing trees, and playing with the wolf cubs. He listened to the birds sing and watched the sun set behind the trees. He felt a deep sense of peace and belonging in the forest, and he knew that it would always be his home. As he grew older, Kai became a guardian of the forest, protecting it from harm and keeping watch over its inhabitants. He learned to live in harmony with nature, taking only what he needed and giving back to the forest in return. Despite his love for the forest, Kai never forgot about the world beyond. He often thought about the travelers he had seen and wondered what life was like outside the trees. But no matter how strong his curiosity, Kai knew that the forest would always be a part of him, and he would always be a part of it. Chapter 5. Protecting his forest family. One day, a group of hunters entered the forest, their sights set on the animals that lived there. Kai sensed danger and knew he had to protect his forest family. Using his knowledge of the forest, Kai outsmarted the hunters, leading them away from the animals' hiding places. He used the skills he had learned from the wolves to stay one step ahead, guiding the hunters deeper into the forest, where they became lost and confused. As the hunters searched for a way out, Kai led the animals to safety, ensuring they were out of harm's way. He showed them secret paths and hidden caves where they could hide until the hunters were gone. Eventually, the hunters gave up and left the forest, unable to find their way back. Kai returned to his animal family, knowing that he had saved them from danger. The animals gathered around him, grateful for his bravery and leadership. From that day on, Kai was known as the protector of the forest, a hero to all who lived there. He continued to watch over the forest and its inhabitants, ensuring that they were safe and protected.